Hey everybody, Dave Nassani here. Dave's Hammock Wisdom, 5 minutes of Dave's Hammock Wisdom. We promise not to go 30 seconds over. And at caregiverdave.com. I'm in Southern California on my hammock as usual, enjoying the sunshine in the month of April. They say April showers bring Mayflowers. But we're enjoying a sunny day here in Southern California for a change. And today I was thinking about women. Yes, women. What does a guy like me know about women? Well, I've been married to one for 44 years, and I've had 3 daughters, so I was always outvoted in my house. So I know quite a bit about women. And I have spoken to a lot of women. For some reason, women are friendly to me, friendlier than men for some strange reason. But there's no hanky-panky, though. And they just tell me their life stories and their problems and this and that. And what I want to say about women is that women should not settle. Women need to make a list of what they want in a man. Now, it can't be this long, long list because no man can live up to a perfectionist list like that. But just the basics. I mean, if you are a certain religion and you want them of a certain religion, that should certainly be on the list. If your mother was beaten by her father, that should be on the list. He can never touch me or abuse me verbally or emotionally or physically or mentally or sexually. Whatever else is important to you. And don't just get over that silly notion that you can change the man. If he has everything on that list except one thing, but you're sure that once he falls in love with you, that he's going to change. Well, that's foolish, and I've spoken to, I can't even count the women, zillions and zillions and zillions, quadrillions of women, and they will tell you that is not the case. You cannot change a man. A man needs to change by himself. And in any relationship, you must break up at least once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times, because each one, as it gets deeper and deeper, has to find out what life would be like without the other. And unless you break up, unless you're going in your mind, oh my gosh, we might not ever get back together again. Oh my gosh, this might be it. And you're okay with that, or you're not okay with that. That's why breakups are necessary. Don't be afraid of breakups. They're healthy. I don't know if I've told this story before, but it bears repeating. There is a girl who was in a long-term relationship. I know her very well for I think 12 years. And every time I saw them, so when you get married, when you get married? He hasn't decided yet. Well, here's a man. Hey, Stacy. Here's a man who's afraid of commitment, okay? And a woman will sacrifice 10 or 12 years of her life waiting for this guy to make up his mind. And all he wants is free sex, Wants a girlfriend that he can be convenient. Why buy the cow if the milk is free, right? You probably heard your mother say that. Well, anyway, she finally broke up. I don't know if he broke up with her or she broke up with him. I can't remember. But it took her years to get over this, like 3, 4, 5 years. Finally, she found a nice boy who treated her nice, and she was going down the street with him. They were actually engaged to be married. And she ran into her boyfriend, who appeared to be hanging on to his wife because they both had wedding rings on. And she just collapsed right there on the sidewalks of New York. And when she finally came to, the first words out of her mouth were, "Oh my God, I thought he just didn't want to get married, but I didn't realize he didn't want to marry me." And she had a rude awakening. And I don't even know if she married the guy she was with. She should have. But, everyone's waiting for that wonderful feeling of love. And it's good to be in love. And, I've been married 44 years. I'm certainly in love with my wife. And we broke up a couple of times because I just didn't know if I wanted to be married. And at that time, I was in my 4th year of USC. Sometimes the timing and love aren't really good. But I needed to see if I could live without her. because she was perfect, and we never fought, we never argued, we never whatever. And when we got back together again, we got married in 10 days. It was that fast. My mother got 100 people at a wedding. Can you imagine how many she would have gotten there if she had 30 days? So that's my wisdom to you girls. Don't settle. Don't play their games, because we play a lot of games. Don't, once it's evident that he loves you and you love them and you fell in love with each other, make a date. And then you can't have let me put it this way. You can't be engaged without a ring, an engagement ring, and a date. And if that date keeps pushing back and back and back, and he's changed the date like 4 or 5 times, it's time to move on. All right? So good luck with that. I know I'm just a guy and I don't know any better, but believe me, I know more than you think. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.